He's making a list. He's checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Take it away, Duncan. Santa Claus is coming to town. That's exactly right. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Duncan, did you like that? Why you just look at me like that? Why you just give me a look? I love you.
My chunky chunk. I hope people can hear us, my love. You wanna help mommy? I got you. I'm trying to move you. There. I'm trying to get hold of you. Want to talk to the people? Is that all you guys say? Hello, everybody. Thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Carson. This is History Mystery Monday. History Mystery Monday. We're talking about Santa Claus, the most joyous, jolliest man alive. We were talking about him and the history of him and why he is a big part of Christmas celebration. If you celebrate Christmas, you gonna get down? Okay, give me a second.
Well, that lasted like 2 seconds. Duncan didn't want to be in here. So the Duncan time is limited today, at least with just right now. Because it's hot in here, so I understand. But yeah. He's waiting outside the door, at least. Like I said, we're talking about the most... I have Duncan hair on my eyelashes. We're talking about the most jolliest, happiest man alive, Mr. Saint Nicholas, Santa Claus, Papa Gigio, Paris Noel. Yeah, we're talking about him. Not intentionally, me and Dylan, my fiance, we have been watching the Santa Claus movies for the past couple days. So tonight we're watching the third one, and then we're going to watch the series. We thought it was a movie, so we're going to be watching that. That was unintentional of filming this, and then we're also watching the series and movies and stuff. That wasn't really supposed to be happening, but yeah, so we are talking about Santa Claus today. Like I was trying to say before Duncan wanted to get down, my name is Carson. If you're new, thank you for clicking on this video. I'm so happy to have you here. Go check out any of my other videos. Go check out my channel. But before you leave this video, please give it a like and give me a sub. Please give my channel a little subscribe, because you'll enjoy more videos of mine. I know it. They're very good, as I say so myself. But if you like my makeup too, I have a separate channel called Carson MUA, where I do anything related to makeup. I know not everybody likes makeup, and you know, so that's why I kind of do 2 separate channels at least, just in case. So I have this one, which is more, you know, talking, storytelling, and the other one is just strictly makeup. Reviews will come later. I have a couple in mind that I might be, you know, doing soon. But yes, so if you like, go check that out. Any socials for both are down below. Anything that I use as a source is always down below, because these are for educational purposes. And yeah, go follow me on socials for both channels, and let's just get into the video, because Saint Nicholas. He actually was a real person, if you did not know that. He was a 4th century Greek Christian bishop of Myra in the region of Lucia. of the Roman Empire, which is now today's Demir, Turkey, located at the lower peninsula of the Anatolia province. Nicholas himself, he was actually known to be a very generous man who would give out gifts to the sick and the poor. Particularly, he shared dowries, which, if you don't know what dowries are, they are a lump sum of money that the family of the bride actually gives to the groom's family before getting married, as a here is a gift to us for letting your son marry our daughter. And it was known as considered a bride price. Nicholas would do this for 3 impoverished daughters so they wouldn't have to turn to sex work during that time. In Europe, he was portrayed as a bearded bishop in Rome. He was later deemed a patron saint of many groups, from archers, sailors, children of pawnbrokers. Father Christmas, however, dates back as far as the 16th century in England during Henry VIII. And I'm gonna say something about Henry VIII. We're gonna talk about him and his wives in later videos I plan to do, so that's a little sneak peek. But let me know if you'd be interested in hearing about that. I'll more likely be making the videos, but let me know if you find that interesting in his wives and everything. Because if you've seen anything related to the musical 6, that is about his wives. So yeah, so we're gonna talk about him later. I don't know why I said it like that, but we're gonna talk about him later. He was pictured as a large man in green or scarlet robes, and they were lined with fur. England no longer went by the feast day of St. Nicholas on December 6th, which was his name day. It was moved to Father Christmas celebration on December 25th to go with Christmas Day. So that is what happens in Europe during that time. It was moved. And why in Europe, if you ever go there during the Christmas celebrations, some countries do participate it as December 6th still, and some just wait till the 25th. Santa coming down chimneys was painted by the Dutch artist Jan Steen to depict children and adults peering the chimney waiting for his arrival. Once during the Victorian days, Charles Dickens finally released A Christmas Carol with John Lynch's illustration throughout the book, and having one of the Ghost of Christmas Present was then chosen to be most of what people consider what Father Christmas would actually look like in real life. In Belgium and the Netherlands, they call Santa Claus Sinterklaas, based off of St. Nicholas. In Dutch, Santa is Die Christman, which is the Christmas man. And in France, his name is Père Noel for the Father Christmas. Switzerland calls him Pierre Fortard. And in Finland, they call him Joul Upeki. I think I pronounced that correctly. Which is translated to the Christmas goat. So he is the goat of Christmas. If you if you know the term goat, you know, I mean technically in terms, Santa is the goat of Christmas. So he is the goat of the holiday season and the Christmas season, if you want to look at it that way, actually. So Finland, you got it. You got it right there, buddy. Germanic people were actually the ones who introduced the Yuletide celebration of midwinter, and people would participate in the wild hunt for spirits. So, also, when I read that, my first thought was of The Witcher and the Wild Hunt. I probably am not the only one. Let me know if I'm not the only one. But that's what I thought about immediately when I heard the Wild Hunt. I was like, Geralt of Rivia? Witcher? Is that where it came from? I don't know. Santa Claus was first used in the U.S. press of 1773, and Washington Irving's History of New York in 1809. Those were the pushes for Santa Claus in his bishop apparel to become a thick-bellied Dutch sailor in a green winter coat with a pipe. A closer image of Santa of today with a sleigh being pulled by reindeer became canon from an anonymous poet published called The Night Before Christmas. Which, when I saw that, I didn't even know that it was anonymously published. Because literally, The Night Before Christmas is like one of the most well-known poems to ever, be a thing, especially for the holiday season. I mean, but I never knew it was actually an anonymous publish, which is surprising. But, my thoughts are maybe it was because a woman wrote it, because we are talking about the 1800s, and women weren't really, too welcomed to publish works of writing and literature and everything like that, especially during that time. So maybe that's why it was anonymous, actually. I think I'm onto something, maybe. Let me know if you agree. He was a round, chubby, jolly elf with a miniature sleigh and tiny reindeer. In 1845, Kris Kringle was a common ally of Santa in parts of the U.S. Years have passed, and Santa has evolved into a large man. Thomas Nast, an American cartoonist of the 19th century, was one of the first artists that actually created the defining image of the modern Santa in January 3rd, 1863 issue of Harper's Weekly. He was dressed in an American flag with a puppet named Jeff. It was reflecting of the context of the Civil War during the time, and was also pictured in a sleigh being pulled by reindeers. So, like we talked about the Wild Hunt, the puppet named Jeff, please, the second you heard that, you didn't just go, my name is Jeff from 22 Jump Street. I think it's the second one, not the first one, but Channing Tatum doing, my name is Jeff. Yeah, please say I'm not the only one who, immediately the second heard Jeff, I was like, my name is Jeff. Culture nowadays gets in my brain. It makes me know memes. I hope I'm probably not the only one, but let me know. Honestly, please go down in the comments and tell me, be like, yes, I did the exact same thing multiple times throughout this whole entire video for the ones you were talking about. Please do it. I want to hear. I don't want to be alone with that. But yeah. Oh Lord. The story behind Santa Claus living in the North Pole was actually the creation of Thomas Nast as well. The poet Catherine Lee Bates was the one who popularized the thought of actually having a Mrs. Claus in her poem Goody Santa Claus on a Sleigh Ride in 1889. Images of Santa were conveyed through the depictions that Hayden Sunderbaum's Coca-Cola Company Christmas advertisement in 1930s. That is what brought the urban legend that we know. Some people know that Santa was actually invented by the Coca-Cola Company, but that's actually not true. I just went through that whole thing of how Santa became to this point. So yes, Santa was not invented by the Coca-Cola Company. It has been debunked. Even people, the reason why they think it is because of his red and white suit was to match the Coke logo, but it's not true either. Pepsi, so the competitor of Coca-Cola, actually used a similar ad during the 1940s and the 1950s using Santa Claus. Coke wasn't even the first soft drink company to use Santa Claus in their advertisements during that time. White Rock's Beverages was actually already using the red and white Santa to sell their mineral water in 1915 and their ginger ale in 1923. So literally years before Coke even decided to do it, White Rock Beverages was already doing it. Salvation Army also popularized the look with their volunteers actually dressing up like Santa during the holiday to raise funds for the charity and for families, especially in need during that time. In 1973, Charles W. Howard was known to play Santa in department stores and parades. He established the Charles W. Howard Santa School, which is the oldest continuously ran school in the world. Images during the early 20th century depicted Santa as personally hand creating the toys in his small workshop, but eventually that became where he had elves and they were the ones actually hand creating the toys, still creating them, but it wasn't just only Santa himself. He had helpers, and that's where elves came into. It's a tale about Santa Claus, Saint Nicholas, Père Noel, Papa Gigio, whoever you want to call him as. But that is a tale of him, his creation, where he came from, why he is used in advertisements, why he has been considered, he is one of the most well-known images to be used during the holidays for celebrating if you celebrate Christmas. But yeah, so I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys are excited for the Krampus one I will be doing a little bit later. And I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you enjoyed this. Go look at more videos, like I said. Go follow me on socials. If you want to go look at the articles talking about Santa Claus and anything I use as source material are always down below. Go look at my MUA channel as well. Go see my makeup and go check out all those videos too. Give this video a like, give this channel a subscribe. Same as my MUA channel, I would really love that. And I'm just happy you're here. I hope you're having a good December day. Even if it doesn't reach you on December, I hope you're having a good day, weekend, evening, afternoon, morning, weekend, weekday, whenever this gets to you. I hope you're having a good one, and I hope you are being safe out there wherever you go. And yeah, I will see you in the next video, but until then, bye!